York is adopted by a Cro-Magnon family with some nosy Neanderthal neighbors. With Miss America Talent Competition winner Peggy Sue McCarren, renegade artist Crisco, dating expert Nico Papandreou, and tonight's band, Dan Fisher and the Vestals. And now, say goodnight to Mark DiCarlo.
Welcome to the show, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Goodnight America. How about it for our band, the Vestals?
Don Fisher.
You guys sound pretty good. How you doing tonight, Eric?
I'm ready to rock.
You seem like you're happy, but sometimes I don't know, because I know you have that thick veneer, and underneath you might be hurting.
That's my Scandinavian background,
Well,
yes.
It's also part of Hollywood. You know, in Hollywood, not everything is always as it seems. I'm sure you folks that are visiting here from out of town know that. As a matter of fact, Casablanca, one of the famous movies of all time, was originally called Everyone Goes to Rick's. No, that's true.
Well, that's true.
That is true.
That's true.
And they changed it to Casablanca. Boom, big hit. So upstairs in the writer's office, we all did some research, and we came up with some recent movie releases, and we found out what their original working titles were. For example, Wyatt Earp, big Western out, was originally titled Another 3-Hour Kevin Costner Movie. They changed it. See, now
Because that would discourage me from going.
Exactly, right. Lassie, the new Lassie film, the original title was, I Thought That Bitch Was Dead. Because, you know,
Can you say?
it's a female dog, which is always funny.
I thought Lassie was a male.
Once again, everything in Hollywood is not as it seems, Eric.
Irony.
If you saw last night's show, you know what I'm talking about. 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Original title of that, hey, let's all buff the American broad. But they change it.
See, that would discourage me from going again.
Exactly. They change it to bring in a larger audience. And it's not just movies. The same thing happens with books. For example, the Bible. Best-selling book of all time. The original title of the Bible was Moses, Jesus, and Other Guys with Beards. See, there was something. There's something else. You know, folks, in your search for a long-lasting relationship, sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes it can be very futile. But our next guest may have the answer to all your prayers. If you're single and you're looking for a mate, please welcome the man behind Lowered Expectations dating service, mating expert Nico Papandreou. Thanks for coming. It's good to have you here, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
You know, Nico, since Adam and Eve, people have had troubles dating and finding a mate for life. What makes you think you have the answer?
Well, Mark, my friend, the life of a single person is not an easy one. But with dating services, single bars, 976 numbers, email, where do you go to find the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was out there. I was confused and frustrated. I said to myself, Nico, why does it have to be this way? Why?
I don't know, Nico.
I'll tell you why, Mark. It's because people are not honest with themselves.
True.
In all of our mating rituals, we lie in an effort to get our prey to go out on a date with us. Well, eventually, the truth will come out, and it starts the relationship to unravel.
Yeah, but I think people assume there's going to be a certain amount of little white lies when you're first going out with somebody. You know, you don't eat as much as you normally do.
Oh, wrong you are, bucko. We all think we can... We think we can get by the bull, but we can't. No. Eventually, we do whatever it takes to end the relationship.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so what's the answer, Nico? Have you come up with a formula that'll work?
Glad you asked me that, my friend.
Yeah.
The truth. Up front. Honesty. No, I'm telling you, Mark. Cut to the quick. At Lowered Expectation dating service, Mark, we only work with people who are willing to admit their foibles, their hideous habits. You know what I mean? It's like once we discover the fact that we're not all perfect, that we all have something repugnant about us, we're free to go on and make that lasting relationship work with whoever we find. And so we ask people to do that, and then when they're selected from our video library, people know exactly what they're going to get.
So people come in and you sit them down for a little video thing.
That's correct.
They're supposed to tell all the gross things about themselves.
Pretty much, yeah. You know,
Well, how do you get them? How do you get them to be honest? How do you get them to admit that they're disgusting and gross?
well, I'm glad you asked that question, my friend. We tried many things, but nothing seemed to work. Then we hooked them up with a lie detector test with a big electroshock therapy treatment, and it seems to do it. You know, as a matter of fact, I brought a tape with some of the folks that we have in our video catalog. If you want to take a look at it, we can.
Great. Well, maybe we could set somebody up here. You have you want to roll that clip there, Tom?
Well, I sometimes get little sores around my mouth. They're really nothing, and they don't bother me at all. They're runny. They're a bit runny. The ooze that seeps out. It's a colorful ooze, though. It's very colorful, and I just pretty much I lick at them, and they go away.
I'm a thrifty person, and I'll reuse coffee filters, but not toilet paper. I don't reuse that. And I'll save a Kleenex for as long as possible. You can be rest assured on that. I will save a Kleenex. I mean, one blow isn't enough for me.
Okay, I like dressing my grandmother.
I'm a bedwetter. I think it's part of my charm. But I am working on it. Sort of.
At this point, I'll marry anybody. I just need my green card.
So people will watch those tapes and they'll go, oh, you know, that sounds like somebody I could be honest with together. And
Absolutely.
Have you had any success
Well,
stories?
as a
People
matter
actually
of
getting
fact,
married?
two of those people, I believe, are the last two people are getting married tomorrow at City Hall.
Get out of here! And they met through your service?
Yes, they did. We're quite proud of that.
How long ago did they meet?
It was last week.
Really?
Yeah.
A week ago. And they're getting married at City.
At City Hall.
That's not really that romantic, is it?
Well,
I mean,
can be. Depends on your attitude, I
yeah,
suppose.
it's functional, I guess. I mean, this studio is more romantic than City Hall, I would think. Hey, you know, be kind of fun. We should actually. Hey, Howard, can we actually have a wedding right here? They're getting married tomorrow.
Tomorrow? No, here?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, Mark, good idea. Good idea.
That would be fabulous. That would be fabulous.
Not since Tiny Tim and the Tonight Show. I think it'll be good for business here. It'll be good for these two people.
My
What are their
friend,
names?
that would be wonderful.
Would it? What are their those kids' names there?
Oh, I don't remember them.
Okay, we can actually have that. Can we have it here? All right, we can do that. All right, it's very exciting. Well, we'll talk more about that later. Stick around. We're coming back with artist Crisco. Don't go away.
If you or someone you know has herpes, then this is important to watch because the product I'm going to share with you is guaranteed to work. It's called Azurex. There is no cure for herpes, but there is something guaranteed to stop outbreaks, provide soothing relief, and accelerate healing. In this attack pack, there are 5 individual swabs. They are easy to carry and easy to use. Just snap it to activate it. If you feel an outbreak coming on, apply Azurex after that first tingle and immediately feel the relief. So if you're looking for something that's powerful, natural, and really works, then order Azurex now.
All right, we're back. This is gonna be fun. Have a wedding here tomorrow night. It'll be kind of a festive thing. You don't know those kids' names, though.
No,
huh?
I can look it up there on file.
Okay,
somewhere.
great. All right. Our next guest has been shaking up the art world for over a decade. He started the whole subway graffiti craze in New York City. He covered Mount Rushmore with dental floss, and now he has a project designed to shock and alter public perception. It's new and it's exciting, and he's here tonight. Please welcome the artist who calls himself Crisco. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Well, it's nice to be here.
Great. Let's start at the beginning. Why do you call yourself an artist?
Well, actually, Mark, I object to the term artist. I don't like it. It's very bourgeois. It's very common. It's as common as like a barnyard pygmy. So I call myself a conceptual visualization master.
Okay. What is a conceptual visualization master then?
It's like an artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's, for the folks that aren't familiar with some of your work, let's talk about some of your past projects. Now, I understand you started the whole graffiti craze in the New York City subways?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that. I started the whole graffiti thing. I was the very, very first one. I painted the trains, and then everybody copied me. But I was the only one who painted while the train was moving.
Really?
Big difference there.
That's a dangerous thing to do.
Oh, yeah. That's very dangerous, yeah.
What else have you done? Now, I know you did something with the Grand Canyon.
Yes, another project that I have, it was my political statement of a couple of years back. Maybe you remembered it. Grand Canyon, I went there, and as a political statement, I filled it with garbage. So we have a picture,
the whole Grand Canyon?
The entire Grand Canyon. It was my political statement, my way of showing the country.
Okay, there's the Grand Canyon.
There's the Grand Canyon. Oh, that's just the way it was. Pristine, beautiful. Oh, it smells so good when I got there. And then, that's it!
Oh.
That's it, yeah! It's beautiful. Thank you.
Now, what you say you were making a political statement. What was the statement that you wanted to get across?
That I got a lot of garbage in my apartment I had to get rid of.
Okay, all right. Now, I understand this, like about a year and a half ago, you did something over in India with the Taj Mahal that didn't turn out quite right. You want to...
Yes. Well, thank you for bringing that up.
Well, I mean,
yes, well,
I want to cover the entire...
Yes, of course. But we learn from our mistakes, Mark. And in this instant, you have to realize that the concept is still very, very strong. No one had ever covered the Taj Mahal before in Scotch tape.
No.
Never.
And so what went wrong?
Well, I had an assistant, now my former assistant, who messed up, and he got the wrong materials. So what we did was we had like 35 miles of tape wrapped around the building, and it was invisible, and no one could see it.
Oh, you used the 3M magic tape.
Yeah, the magic tape. That was it.
We have a picture of that?
There it is. See, you can't see nothing. It's like a sky. But there's a Taj Mahal there somewhere. If you just look closely, it's really there. It's a great regret in my heart.
Yeah.
Still, that didn't work out.
But it didn't seem to hurt your career too much. I mean, you've gone upwards and onwards.
I've gone on, yeah.
And it seems like everything you do is on a huge scale. Why do you do that?
Well, for me, it's like I think that an artist is only as big as his canvas, you know? And so that I think that, you know, with big, you can make a statement, you know? With big, you can be bold. With big, I can charge more.
Yeah. Now, I understand you just finished something in Russia. Huge project in Russia.
Yeah.
You wrote your name
in the snow.
Across Russia.
Yeah, across Russia, yeah.
Where'd you come up with that idea?
Well, it was just something that hit me. I thought it needed to be done, but it was very grueling for me.
The letters were like a mile...
A mile long, yeah. Huge letters writing my name. Giant K, you know, and all that. The hardest part was drinking enough beer to carry the whole thing out.
I see. So,
yeah, I was writing my name in urine is what I was doing.
Oh, there it is. I believe...
There's my name, yeah, Cusco. Oh, listen.
I believe that was taken from the space shuttle, correct?
That was the shuttle crew did that for us. It's so beautiful to look at it now.
How did you dot the I?
That was very tough. Artist secrets, you know. But I was racing the spring thaw, and I was just trying to get it done, you know.
Well, it looks beautiful. So what are you working on next? What's your latest project?
You've heard the term paint the town red?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to paint the entire country.
Red? You're going to paint the United States red?
No. I was thinking maybe each state, you know, like a school map would be a different color.
And why?
Well, I thought that maybe that when you flew over, it would look like Mrs. Nista's 5th grade geography class.
I see.
Yeah.
It'd be very pretty.
It'll be very, very pretty. What I'm worried about now is, you see, I don't have much money, and so I'm working only in tempera. I can't afford, like, I know. I can't afford any oil base, so it's like one good rain comes, everything's gone.
Yeah.
You know, Michigan starts to, like, you know, ooze down, and, you know, Ohio gets all smudged up. It's
the Gulf of Mexico would be a mess.
Yeah, it'd be terrible.
Yeah.
You can imagine. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
Well, good luck with that. What you're actually gonna just start the whole country. When do you begin the project?
I'm going to do that next month. Actually, tomorrow I'm going for the pre-work that I have to, like, you know, start getting signatures.
Yeah. Well, it's too bad because I don't know if you were watching earlier, but we're having a wedding here tomorrow night. I was going to invite you out to the wedding. 2 people are going to get married right here on TV.
Oh, really?
Big ratings booster.
I wish, you know, I wish I could be here.
No, it's okay. You can't be. It's no big deal.
I don't have the China pattern, but I could leave the gift of art. Perhaps, you know, I can leave something. Oh, you know what you think?
Now, you're not going to... You're not going to write your name on the carpet here.
No, I'm not going to write
right?
my name on that. No, they talk to me about that.
Yeah.
But I was thinking that maybe I could make sort of a conceptual thing with some materials I have brought.
Sure.
And I could just go to work, on it now.
Well, we're
Get
having
the
a
place
wedding
all
right here.
decorated right here. Well, let me get going then. I have brought with me some what I call materials that I'm going to use, and I think this will make a dandy wedding pattern. So why don't I just get started here?
Great.
And I can, give these something. These kids, they'll have something to tell their kids in the future.
Great.
So
All right, well, yeah,
let me get going. The conceptual piece thing. All right, okay,
Feel free
it's
to decorate
happening.
the
It's
studio.
happening.
We're going to be right back with Peggy Sue McCarren. Don't go away. Welcome back, folks. We're getting, how's it going back there, Crisco?
Doing very well, thank you.
Things are, if you just tuned in, we're not getting ready for the big game tomorrow. We have a wedding thing happening here tomorrow, but we have to focus on something else right now because, everyone's favorite television event of the year has to be the Miss America pageant. And of course, every year the best part of the show has to be the talent competition. And while our next guest did not quite win Miss America 1977, she did win the talent show portion with an act that will still dazzle and amaze you today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome former Miss South Dakota, Peggy Sue McCarren.